Welcome you back to my session on narration. Today we will learn how to change the narration of imperative sentences. But before that, let us discuss the homework that was given to you in the last video. 5 sentences are given on WH questions as homework. And the first sentence was, my friend said to me, where were you born? You just check your answers with this. My friend said to me, my friend asked me, then WH, what will be the WH word? Where? Now, where you born? Where you born? This is simple past tense. Just looking at the word where, don't think it's past continuous. Had it been past continuous, then after this where there would have been some verb ing. Where singing, where playing, where dancing, but there is nothing like this. So where is the only verb here? So it is the main verb. Simple past tense, and simple past tense is changed into past perfect tense. So in past perfect tense, auxiliary is had, then the past participle of the main verb been. Be is the main verb here, its past participle is been. So it will be had been. So my friend asked me where, then this you. Second person indirect narration is changed into the object of the reporting verb in the indirect narration. So object is me, and me, since you here is in subject form, we will use the subject form of me here. So my friend asked me where I had been born. My friend asked me where I had been born. My friend said to me, where were you born? Next number is, I asked him when he would go to Delhi. This is in indirect narration. I said to him, comma quotation. When, we will start with when. In this WH word, the same WH word is used when. He would go. This is indirect narration. So in direct narration, would was will. We will use will instead of would. Then the change of pronoun. Pronoun here is he. And see, he, with which is he related? Him is the object of the reporting verb. I is the subject of the reporting verb. And with which one? Him or I. With which one is the word he related? He is similar to him. So this means the object of the reporting verb him is used here. It means that in direct narration it was a second person word. That's why, because it was a second person word, the object of the reporting verb was used here. So we will use you now instead of he. It will be, when will you, will come before you. Here would came after he, because the sentence was written in assertive form. Now we are making it direct narration, and in direct narration we are going to write it in interrogative form. So auxiliary will come before the subject. When will you go to Delhi? When will you go to Delhi? There must be question mark, and then there must be quotation should be closed. I asked him when he would go to Delhi. I said to him, when will you go to Delhi? Then comes the next one. Next one is number 3 from the homework. And number 3 is, Ratim asked his mother, when the breakfast would be ready. When the breakfast would be ready. This is indirect narration, and this is WH question. So Ratim asked his mother when the breakfast would be ready. We will start with Ratim said to his mother. Ratim said to his mother, then comma, then quotation, and this when will be used as it is when. Now would, when the breakfast would be ready. First thing is would will become will in direct narration, and here would is used after the breakfast, but in the direct narration we will use interrogative sentence, so will come before breakfast. Firstly, would will be changed into will, and its position now here is after breakfast, but in the direct narration it will be before the breakfast. So when will the breakfast be ready? Then there will be question mark and we'll unquote it. We'll close the quotation. Raktim asked his mother when the breakfast would be ready. Raktim said to his mother, when will the breakfast be ready? Then number 4. Number 4 is, Yasmin said to me, comma quotation, how can you do all these difficult sums? How can you do all these difficult sums? Question mark, quotation is closed. So this is in direct narration. We'll start with Yasmin asked me. Yasmin asked me. Then this how will remain how, but we will use small h. How can you do? Can will be changed into could. This is one thing. And the second thing is that can is used before you. But in indirect narration, firstly you will be changed, and can, its other form could, will go after that word. The word that will be used instead of you, after that word could will go. So what about this you? You is second person in direct narration, and when we get a second person in direct narration, and then at the time of changing it into indirect narration, we use the object of the reporting verb me. Me will be used in its subject form because you here is used in its subject form. It means I. Yasmin asked me how I could. Could is from can. Auxiliary is changed, so the main verb will remain the same. Do. How I could do. All these will become all those. Remember this thing. All these will become those difficult sounds. Full stop. Yasmin said to me, how can you do all these difficult sums? Yasmin asked me how I could do all those difficult sums. Next, the last sentence from your homework, number 5. Number 5 is, it starts with the quotation, which book do you need? Question mark, quotation closed, and outside the quotation I asked him. We earlier got such sentences where the reporting verb is subject and object, etc. They go after the quotation and the sentence begins with quotation. This is another example. Which book do you need? I asked him. The most important point here is reporting verb is not in the past tense. That's why the tense of the reported speech will not be changed. This is very important. We will start with this reporting verb and its subject. I asked him, then which. After the WH word which, you will always find a noun. Which book, which boy, which town, which place. So which book, since it is there, we will also write which. Immediately after the word which, book will be used. I asked him, which book do you need? First thing is, it is in the interrogative form, that's why do has come. We will write it in the assertive form, there will be no auxiliary do, only the main verb need will be used. This is one thing. Tense will not be changed because the reporting verb is not in the past tense. And the other change is about you. You is second person. Second person will be changed into the object of the reporting verb, him. It means it will be he. I asked him which book he. If ask was asked, then we would have written needed. But ask is in present form, it means in present tense. So reporting verb is not in the past tense. So there will be no change of tense of the reported speech. This means Tense will remain the same tense. It is not needed. It will be needs. Needs. S will be used because here subject is he. Third person singular. So after need there will be S. Needs. Which book do you need? I asked him. I asked him which book he needs. All these were your homework that I gave on WH questions, 5 sentences we have done. Now we'll go for that imperative sentences. And imperative sentences we all know are those in voice things also we got imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are those that are used to make a request or to make an advice. These are the sentences that talk about a request or advice or command or order. And that is why in imperative sentences we use, instead of said or instead of asked, in earlier we got in assertive sentence say, told and said is used. In interrogative sentence we got asked is used. In case of imperative sentences we will find that we will use the words like requested, request, or advice, or we will write then order. There may be ask also, there may be tell also, or there may be suggest or propose also. These are the words we will use in case of imperative sentences. Imperative sentences begin with the main verb. For example, write your name. By this I am asking someone to do something and this sentence begins with the main verb. Write your name. Go there. If it is negative, then it will begin with don't. Don't go there. Don't write your name. So imperative sentences begin with the main verb. Maybe at the beginning, before the main verb, there may be some adverb. For example, always to tell the truth. Tell is the verb, but because before tell, always the adverb is used. Please do this. Please is the adverb. So these are the words we will use to make an interrogative. To make an imperative sentence from direct to indirect. So request, advice, order, ask, tell, suggest, propose. And if the reporting verb is in the past tense, then we will use all these verbs in the past form. Now, let us start then. Now the question is when to use request and when to use advice and when to use order, etc. Request is simply if there is some word like please or kindly in direct narration. In indirect you will write request. Advice, it will depend who is telling whom. If a teacher is telling something to his student or if parents are telling something to their children, then it will be a case of advice. Order is when someone superior, for example the master of the house, he orders his servant. And sometimes you find that the sentence is so confusing that it is neither a case of request, nor a case of advice, nor a case of order. In that case, you can use ask or tell. Suggestion and propose are used when there is a proposal, there is someone makes a proposal that yes, we all should do this or that. So when we practice, it will be more clear to you. Let us start then. The first sentence is, the boy said to me, comma quotation, please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. In this sentence, it is clearly written, please is there, so this is not out a case of request. What we will do is that instead of said to, we will use requested. It is in past tense said, so requested. And then when we write requested, even the word please is also covered, it is also included. You are not to write please again. The word requested will cover please as well as this said to. We will write, the boy requested me. With this word requested, said to and please, both the words are done. The boy requested me, then it is very easy. Next part is very easy. Just after please there is the main verb, because I told you that in imperative sentence the sentence begins with the main verb. Sometimes adverb may be there. This is one example. Please is the adverb. So before the main verb, you just write to and then write the main verb. to do. The boy requested me. Please is done. Please is covered with the word requested. Then the main verb is do. You will write to do. Then this is important. Me. It is the pronoun. It is the first person word in direct narration. And in the indirect narration, in its place, we will write the subject of the reporting verb. Yes. A first person word is changed into the subject of the reporting verb. Subject is the boy. The boy already we have used once. Now we will write it will write a pronoun for it. What pronoun? The boy is the third person word. And here for the boy it will be he. It will be he or him. What? Since first person word is in object form, so the word he which we are going to use instead of the boy, he will also be in the object form. It means him. The boy requested me to do him a favor. Let us see the sentence again. The boy said to me, please do me a favor. The boy requested me to do him a favor. This is one sentence. Next one, let us see. Next one is, the teacher said to the boy, to the students, the teacher said to the students, comma quotation, learn your lesson well. Learn your lesson well. Full stop, quotation closed. So a teacher is telling something to the students. It is a case of advice, and since the reporting verb is in past tense, we will write advised. The teacher advised the students. Then what to do? This is the main verb. With the main verb the sentence begins. You will just write to and then the main verb, to learn. The teacher advised the students to learn. Now your lesson, your is a second person word in the possessive form. Second person word means the object of the reporting verb will be used. What is it? The students. Instead of students, because students we already have used. Instead of students we will use its pronoun they. But since it is your, so they will be also used in possessive form. Your is possessive. And they, its possessive is their, T-H-E-I-R. To learn their lesson. The teacher said to the students, learn your lesson well. The teacher advised the students to learn their lesson well. Next is number 3. The man said to his servant, the man said to his servant, comma quotation, bring me a glass of warm water. Bring me a glass of warm water. Full stop, quotation closed. In this sentence, the talk is, the command is from the man to his servant. If the owner of the house, he is asking something to his servant, it is a case of order. It is not a case of request. So we will use the word order instead of said to. The man ordered his servant. Then to will write, and this bring, B will be small. The man ordered his servant to bring me, first person, in object form. First person means subject to the reporting verb, the man. It means he. And me is in object form, so it will be him. To bring him a glass of warm water. The man said to his servant, bring me a glass of warm water. The man ordered his servant to bring him a glass of warm water. Next comes number 4. Number 4 is, I said to my friend, I said to my friend, comma quotation, lend me your book. Lend me your book. A friend is telling his friend, one is speaking to his friend here. So this is a case where it is neither order nor advice nor a case of request also. What request will a friend make to his friend? It is not a case of request also. It is just a case of saying something. You can use the word ask or tell here. This means I asked my friend. I asked my friend, or you can write I told my friend. I asked my friend or I told my friend to lend. This part is easy. To lend me, first person will be changed into the subject to the reporting verb I, and since me is in object form, this I will again be in object form. It means me will remain me. I asked my friend to lend me. Second person, your. Second person, again possessive form. It means object of the reporting verb. My friend, it is a third person word, he, and your is the possessive form, so we will use the possessive form of he also. It will be his. I asked my friend to lend me his book. I said to my friend, lend me your book. I asked my friend to lend me his book, or I told my friend to lend me his book. Next one is number 5. Number 5 is, father said to me, do not go out in the sun. Father said to me, do not go out in the sun. It means when the sun is shining, when there is scorching light outside, don't go out of your home. Father said to me, do not go out in the sun. So if father is telling something to his son, it means it is a kind of advice. You can write it in two ways. One is, father advised me, do not go. It will be not to go. Before not to, you will write not. Not to go. Then the remaining person will be the same. Not to go out in the sun. Father said to me, do not go out in the sun. Father advised me not to go out in the sun. This is one way. Another way is that here you have written not to go. You can write to go also. How? In that case, you will write another word for advised. You will write, father forbade. Forbade is the past of forbid. It means to stop someone from doing something. Father forbade me. Then you will write to go out in the sun. Advised and forbade are antonyms. So if you write advised, then it will be not to go. If you write forbade, you will write to go. Father advised me not to go out in the sun, or father forbade me to go out in the sun. So this is the fifth one. All these were changed from direct to indirect, and all were imperative sentences. Now we will do some more sentences from interrogative structure, but those will be from indirect to direct. Next number will be 6. I requested my teacher to repeat the answer. I requested my teacher to repeat the answer. Here requested is there. We will start with I said to my teacher. I said to my teacher, comma quotation. Since request is there, we will use please. Then, what to do? Please repeat the answer. Full stop, quotation close. I requested my teacher to repeat the answer. This is the indirect narration. Direct is, I said to my teacher, please repeat the answer. Next is number 7. That is, he advised his son to take an umbrella. He advised his son to take an umbrella. He advised, will be he said to his son, comma quotation, two will be removed, just it will start with take. Take an umbrella. He advised his son to take an umbrella. He said to his son, take an umbrella. At the end, full stop, then quotation closed. Next one will be number 8. The commander commanded his soldiers to march forward. The commander commanded the soldiers to march forward. A command was given by the commander to the soldiers. What was the command? March forward. That was the command given by the commander to the soldiers. So what will you do now? The sentence is the commander commanded the soldiers to march forward. We will write the commander said to the soldiers, comma quotation, march forward. That's it. Just march forward. Full stop. Quotation closed. Next one is number 9. And number 9 will be, she told me to switch on the TV. She told me to switch on the TV. It is neither a case of request or advice. I already told you that in some cases someone tells you something and the relation is such between the two persons that it is neither a case of request nor a case of advice. It is just a case of saying something. That is what it is. She told me to switch on the TV. It means it will be she said to me, comma quotation, switch on the TV. Full stop. Quotation closed. She told me to switch on the TV. She said to me, switch on the TV. Next one is number 10. Mother forbade, we earlier got the word forbade. Mother forbade me to mix with bad boys. Every mother says like this, no? Her son is the only good son in the world. Mother forbade me to mix with bad boys. Mother said to me, comma quotation, since it is forbade, it means in the direct tension it was a negative sentence. Imperative, negative. So mother actually said, don't mix. Do not mix with bad boys. Mother said to me, do not mix with bad boys. Mother forbade me to mix with bad boys. This sentence could have been written using the word advised also instead of forbade. In that case, it would be, mother advised me not to mix with bad boys. Mother advised me not to mix with bad boys, or mother forbade me to mix with bad boys. Both are same, and its direct relation is mother said to me, do not mix with bad boys. These were the 10 sentences where we have done from direct to indirect, 5 sentences, then another 5 sentences from indirect to direct. All were in imperative form. either it was a request or a command or an advice, or just asking someone to do something. Next very important thing is, you note down this one. Next very important thing is that we often find this sentences beginning with let, use of let, and this often comes in examination. You have to be very careful about it. Use of let. Here we will use, if it is let in direct narration, in indirect we will use propose or suggest. Let us take one example. It will be number 11. The boy said, comma application, let us play a new game today. Let us play a new game today. See, after the word let, us is used. This is a common use. This is what you need to know. After let, the pronoun is used in its object form. Let me, let us, let him, let her. So, let us play a new game today. Since it begins with let, we will write, instead of said, the word suggested or proposed. The boy proposed. Or you can write suggested, but you have to write only one thing. Don't write both the way I have written suggested and proposed and then there is a slash in the middle. No. I have written for your understanding. In the exam you write either of them. Either you write proposed or you write suggested. The boy proposed or suggested that. So when you write proposed or suggested, this said and also the word let, both are covered. Let is also done. The boy proposed or suggested that. This us, it is an object form, it is we. Now we will use the subject form we. But what about this us or we? It is the first person word, and for the first person word, what happens? We use the subject of the reporting verb. Subject of the reporting verb is the boy, singular. Here we again is plural. So just imagine a situation when the boy is making a proposal to other people. Who are the other people? Other people may be some people who, including me also. Or it may be his friends, excluding me also. Whatever it is, there were other fellows. The boy proposed or suggested that, you can say they. That they. If you write they, it means you were not a part of them, you were not included. If you mean that no, when the boy made the proposal, I was also there, I was also a part of them, you can write we. The boy proposed or suggested that they should play a new game. Today will be that day. The boy said, let us play a new game today. The boy suggested that they should play a new game that day. Write it down. The boy said, let us play a new game today. The boy proposed that they should play a new game that day. Or the boy suggested that they should play a new game that day. The next sentence is, number 12. I said, comma quotation, let us start the journey now. Let us start the journey now. So, I suggested or I proposed that us, object form. After let, the pronoun is always in object form, but we will now use it in subject form. First person word. First person means the subject of the reporting verb will be used. Since this is also in plural form, it will be the plural form of I. It means we. I propose that we should. This should is something new in case of such sentences with let. Should is essential. I propose that we should start the journey. Now will become them. I proposed that we should start the journey then. I said, let us start the journey now. So this should is something essential for this type of sentences when the direct narration begins with let, and in the indirect narration you write proposed or suggested. In indirect narration, should is essential. Remember this thing. The last sentence I will give you on this is number 3. He proposed that, this is in indirect narration. He proposed that we should take rest for a while. We should take rest for a while. He proposed that we should take rest for a while. See, here it is he and then it is we. Yes, this happens. We have got it earlier. We'll start like this. He said, comma quotation, proposed is done. Here we will write let us. Since it is we, let us. It means when he proposed that we should take rest for a while. It means when he made the proposal, I was also there among his companions. He said, let us take, this should be removed because should is used to make it in the indirect narration. When we have words like let in direct narration. He said, let us take rest for a while. Full stop, quotation closed. He proposed that we should take rest for a while. He said, let us take rest for a while. So these are the sentences we have done. If I want to make it clear to you again, you can just cross-check your answer, the things that you have written. The first one was, the boy said to me, very first one in his imperative sentences, the boy said to me, please do me a favor. The boy requested me to do him a favor. The teacher said to the students, learn your lesson well. The teacher advised the students to learn their lesson well. Next, number 3. The man said to his servant, bring me a glass of warm water. The man ordered his servant to bring him a glass of warm water. Number 4 was, I said to my friend, lend me your book. I asked my friend to lend me his book. Or I told my friend to lend me his book. Number 5 is, father said to me, do not go out in the sun. Father advised me not to go out in the sun, or father forbade me to go out in the sun. Next one, I requested my teacher to repeat the answer. I said to my teacher, please repeat the answer. Next, number 7, he advised his son to take an umbrella. He said to his son, take an umbrella. Then number 8, the commander commanded the soldiers to march forward. The commander said to the soldiers, march forward. Number 9 is, she told me to switch on the TV. She said to me, switch on the TV. Number 10 was, mother forbade me to mix with bad boys. Mother said to me, do not mix with bad boys. Then the boy said, let us play a new game today. The boy suggested that they should play a new game today. Or we should play a new game, sorry, not today, that day. I said, let us start the journey now. I suggested that we should start the journey then. He proposed that we should take rest for a while. He said, let us take rest for a while. So these are some sentences we have practiced, and you watch the video again and again and you try to understand the things, and I am giving you some homework of 5 sentences again on the basis of what we have discussed today. And these homework, the 5 sentences, you will find it here now. Mother said to me, do not tell a lie. Next one is, the teacher advised me not to waste my time. Then number 3, the man ordered his servant to leave the room. Number 4, she said, let us go for a walk. Number 5, she suggested to me that we should go for a picnic. So these 5 sentences you should do at home, and then we will discuss these things in our next video, and then we will start changing the narration of optative and exclamatory sentences. We will try to do both in the same video, and then we will make some practice of the sentences that usually come in the final examination. So do your things sincerely, and wishing to meet you soon in the next video. Thank you very much.